When I tried to discern why Mr. Obama would be proposing such radical ideas, I considered the people he surrounds himself with. His wife, Michelle, has publicly stated that she has never been proud of America. In other words, she has never liked America. Mr. Obama himself, the man that would be our president, has steadfastly refused to wear an American flag pin on his lapel. I have seen a movie of him refusing to sing the national anthem, while all the other presidential candidates had their hand over their heart and were singing. Mr. Obama's arms were at his side, and he was silent. Mr. Obama's good friend, Bill Ayers, bombed America because he hated America so much and said he had wished he had done more bombings. And of course, his pastor and self-described mentor has publicly stated how much he hates white people and hates America. People have a tendency to surround themselves with people like themselves, and Mr. Obama has surrounded himself with people who hate America. Is it any wonder that his policies would so substantially and dramatically change our society? When you take a step back and consider the 6 policy proposals, it becomes clear that Mr. Obama really has 2 goals. First, in Mr. Obama's world, you would either be favored or disfavored merely based on the color of your skin. You would win or lose your lawsuit, get the job or not get the job, get the promotion or not get the promotion, be hired or fired based on your skin color, not on your abilities or the merits of your case. Second, Mr. Obama would have the state control every aspect of your personal economic life. The government would dictate how much each job is worth, how much must be paid for each and every job. The government would ensure an easy road for unions to get in, for once unions get in, they require everyone to be paid the same. The result of combining comparable worth with unionization would be a flattening of people's pay throughout our country. In other words, the goal would be for everyone to earn the same. Now, if someone somehow were able to break through and earn more money, Mr. Obama has proposed such high taxes that the money would be confiscated such that that person would effectively earn about the same as everyone else. Well, they tried that system in Soviet Russia. In the Soviet Union, as in the system Obama proposes, the government dictated how much money people could earn in their jobs. As in Mr. Obama's world, judges were appointed who would further the ends of the government instead of ruling on the actual merits of the case. The Soviet system ensured that no one could get ahead, and, of course, as a consequence of that, no one worked very hard. The result was that there were shortages of every kind, of food and clothing, of material goods and products of every kind, from televisions to cars. And those goods that were produced shoddily. For a system where no one can get ahead is ultimately a system where everyone gets behind. The Russians realized this, and they overthrew that repressive government. Russia now embraces capitalism, just as communist China has embraced capitalism, because people have an inherent desire to work hard if they know that they can get ahead. But if people know they can't get ahead, then they stop working and we stop creating, we stop having the dynamic society that we have enjoyed. Mr. Obama's policies would fundamentally alter the American dream. This is a man who does not trust you with the secret ballot vote. This is a man who believes that you should be favored based on your status. This is a man who believes that all people should earn the same, regardless of how hard they work, regardless of the type of work they do, regardless of the quality of their work. This is a man who believes that the government should confiscate your money so that no one can get ahead and redistribute it to everyone else. For 75 years, Democrats and Republicans stood shoulder to shoulder to fight communism, to fight a system where the government controlled every aspect of an individual's economic life, where the government dictated who was to be favored and who was to be disfavored, a system identical in respects to the system that Mr. Obama proposes replacing our market-based capitalist system with. This is not an issue of whether to vote for a liberal Democrat. This is whether to vote for a radical, left-wing ideologue, a man who would divide us, who would eviscerate many of our fundamental freedoms. If you were going to vote for Mr. Obama merely because he was black, or only going to vote for him because you are a Democrat and he is a Democrat, or you would vote for him because you hate George W. Bush, I urge that you actually learn what he is proposing. For this is not a man who would bring us together. Rather, this is a man who would divide us, whose policies are un-American and beyond the pale, and would destroy the American dream of being able to work hard and get ahead.